Have you ever been mid-conversation with a married woman and felt an undercurrent you couldn't quite name? Not inappropriate, not obvious, just charge. Maybe her eyes stayed with yours a second too long. Maybe she leaned in each time you spoke. Maybe the questions she asked felt heavier than small talk should ever bear. You tried to brush it off, yet something in your gut said, "Pay attention." Most men tell themselves, "It's nothing, she's just being friendly." But here's the uncomfortable reality few admit and fewer truly understand. Married women can feel attraction. They can crave attention. They can feel emotionally disconnected in their relationships. And then you walk in, not because you were hunting for it. Not because you flirted, not because you crossed a line, but because your calm presence, quiet strength, and grounded masculine energy stirred a feeling she didn't expect. She won't announce it. She'll reveal it through subtleties, micro-behaviors most men overlook. This isn't a story about seduction or moral judgment. It's a lesson in awareness. Because the difference between an innocent connection and a quiet, burning attraction can be the difference between peace and emotional quicksand. One fades with time, the other pulls you under. Before we begin, understand this. Attraction isn't always loud. It rarely comes wrapped in movie lines, grand gestures, or neon signs. Often, it arrives as a whisper, a glance, a pause, a shift in tone, the nervous play of a sleeve between fingers. And when that attraction lives inside someone who wears a wedding ring, everything changes. The stakes rise. The room gets smaller. Boundaries matter more than ever. If you carry yourself with presence, if you listen with focus, speak with clarity, and move with quiet confidence, you've likely been here. She lingers. She laughs a little too hard. She creates moments to talk, even when no conversation is necessary. Your mind says, "Don't read into it." Your gut says, "Read into it." And your gut, more often than not, is right. Many married women in emotionally dry or mentally disconnected marriages aren't looking for another man. They're searching for a feeling, the spark of being seen again, heard again, felt again. Your presence can wake that need. Her words might deny it. Her body will not. That is why awareness matters. High-value men don't chase validation. They read the room. They respect the situation. They act with discipline. Today on Stoicism Drive, we're unpacking 4 subtle signs a married woman may secretly desire you. Signals most men miss and the rare, emotionally intelligent few notice early. By the end, you won't just recognize these signs. You'll know how to respond with composure and integrity. Sign number 1. She mirrors you, without realizing it. Mirroring is one of the most reliable yet overlooked markers of attraction. You adjust your posture. Moments later, she shifts the same way. You lean in, she follows. You cross your arms, she echoes. Your tone softens, hers matches. This isn't conscious mimicry, it's a primal rapport-building mechanism psychologists call the chameleon effect. We mirror those we subconsciously want to connect with. For a woman devoted to her marriage, unintentional mirroring with another man is rarely random. It can signal an inner conflict, a spark she's trying to suppress while her subconscious reaches out for closeness. It's not manipulation, it's a silent confession. Micro cues to notice. Timing. Her adjustments trail yours by a heartbeat. Rhythm. Your speaking cadence and hers begin to sync. Language. She starts using your phrases, metaphors, or even your humor. Stoic response. Notice. Don't indulge. Keep your body language relaxed and open. Not suggestive. Maintain appropriate physical distance. Let your words model clarity and boundaries. Awareness is power. Escalation is weakness. Sign number 2. She shares emotionally intimate details, too soon and too deeply. There is a clear line between friendly conversation and emotional intimacy. When she begins telling you about childhood hopes, private fears, or marital frustrations, especially wrapped as jokes or offhand comments, you've left the land of casual. Phrases like, "I can talk to you about things I can't tell my husband," aren't flattering, they're flashing indicators. Emotional affairs usually start long before anything physical. What it looks like: confiding late at work, in DMs, or after group events, seeking your validation for decisions unrelated to you, comparing you to her husband, directly or indirectly. Why it happens. You provide the attention plus presence she's hungry for. Your steadiness feels like a harbor. But you are not her counselor. And you're not a substitute for the conversations she needs to have at home. Stoic response. Be respectful and brief. Redirect gently. That sounds important. Have you talked with him about it? Don't become the emotional outlet. Compassion. Yes. Collusion. No. Sign number 3. Her body language turns inconsistent, guarded one day. Warm the next. Attraction under tension produces contradiction. One day she's cool, distant, even curt, as if guarding a secret. The next day she's animated, smiling too long, brushing your sleeve as she laughs. She holds your eyes, then snaps away as if she stepped too close to a ledge. She fidgets when you enter, adjusts her clothes, straightens posture, touches her hair, then overcorrects into formality. This isn't confusion about you, it's conflict within her. Her body betrays what her mind refuses to voice. Micro cues to notice. Lingering eye contact followed by sudden withdrawal. Subtle preening. Smoothing fabric. Checking accessories. Posture resets. Proximity drift. She just happens to be within your orbit repeatedly. Stoic response. Remain even. Don't tease. Don't flirt. Don't feed the roller coaster. Consistency is your anchor. You are not responsible for her swings, but you are responsible for your steadiness. Sign number 4. She tests your emotional availability through deniable hooks. Attraction seldom arrives as a confession. It sneaks in as a test. You must be a heartbreaker. Huh? I bet women chase you. I wish my husband noticed things like that. These lines are not random. They are probes, safe, deniable invitations for you to reveal interest. If you flirt back, the door widens. If you stay composed and offer no return signal, she'll often retreat, not in shame, but in respect for the boundary you silently set. Why she tests? Attraction needs oxygen. Playful jabs and coy compliments are sparks thrown into dry grass. Your reaction either extinguishes or ignites them. Stoic response. Acknowledge without engaging. That's kind of you to say. Then pivot to neutral ground or group context. When in doubt, widen the circle. Bring others into the conversation. The brutal truth. Not every smile is polite. Not every compliment is harmless. Not every connection is innocent. Sometimes the lines blur. Sometimes a married woman feels an unexpected pull toward another man. Sometimes that man is you. You didn't rally for it. You didn't provoke it. But there it is. In the way she looks. In the way she lowers her voice. In the way silence thickens when it's just you two. So what do? You notice. You breathe. You choose. Because the gap between a low-value reaction and a high-value response is self-control. The low-value man lunges at attention like a thirsty traveler finding a mirage. The high-value man recognizes the mirage for what it is, and keeps walking. He understands a timeless rule. Attention isn't affection. Attraction isn't alignment. And validation isn't value. Practical boundaries. What to do instead. Keep conversations timely in public. Avoid late night, one-on-one, emotionally heavy exchanges, especially digital ones. Mind proximity. If you're often, accidentally, alone together, change the pattern. Group settings lower the temperature. Name the line, internally. You don't need to deliver a speech. You do need to know your code. Redirect emotional unloading. Encourage her to discuss core issues with her partner or a professional, not with you. Protect reputations. Yours, hers, and the trust of those around you. Lose any one of these and the cost is high. Remember, power is the ability to act. Wisdom is knowing when not to. A stoic frame you can use. When you sense the signs stacking, mirroring, intimate disclosures, inconsistent body language, and subtle tests, hold this frame. I lead myself. I respect commitments, mine and others. I don't seek validation. I practice restraint. I guard my peace. You don't owe anyone flirtation. You don't owe anyone secret comfort. You owe yourself alignment with your values. And paradoxically, this restraint raises your value, not because you're playing hard to get, but because you're hard to move. A final word on masculine strength. You've now seen the 4 most subtle yet powerful signs of hidden attraction from a married woman. 1. Unconscious mirroring. 2. Emotional intimacy beyond friendly bounds. 3. Contradictory body language that leaks inner conflict. 4. Deniable tests of your availability. Recognizing these signs isn't just about reading women, it's about reading yourself. Will you be pulled into her weather system, or will you stand as the still point in a turning world? Will you choose the thrill of the moment, or the legacy of your code? The greatest proof of masculine strength isn't how many women want you, it's how few can move you. One day, temptation may arrive wearing a warm smile and a wedding ring. That's the moment your character speaks. Be the man she remembers, not because you indulged the fire, but because you respected it. Not for her approval, not for ego, for the man you've decided to be. If this gave you clarity, if it helped you see your power, your boundaries, and your peace, drop one word in the comments: aware. Then subscribe to Stoicism Drive and tap the bell. Share this with a friend who needs it. What we build here isn't about games. It's about forging unshakable inner strength in a world that tries to shake you every day. Stay grounded, stay disciplined, stay sharp. This is Stoicism Drive.